An article out of The Guardian: Senate Democrats have reached a deal to avert a partial government shutdown. This is written by Chris Stein, and it was published January 29th at 7:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and the GOP in the House of Representatives consolidated 6 funding bills into a single large package known as the Consolidated Appropriations Act 2026, H.R. 7148. And that's what the House of Representatives voted on last week and overwhelmingly passed because the Republicans have a majority. Even if those 7 Democrats hadn't caved, and you can primary them, they'll pay, that bill still would have passed. Now, this all happened before the murder of Mr. Preddy, which called both sides of the aisle for change in DHS. Last night I did a short, and what you saw was an example of me disassociating, and I apologize. Not only that, I was exhausted. I made a mistake. Senate Majority Leader John Thune yesterday, the 29th, asked the Senate to pass the 5-package consolidated bill, which would have covered Department of Defense, Labor, Health, Human Services, Education, Transportation, and Housing and Urban Development as one consolidated unit. Senator Chuck Schumer asked him to separate it. John Thune refused. He wanted to separate out the DHS portion only. So it went to the floor. They voted. It did not pass because they need some Democratic assistance to pass this bill. They need 60 votes. It's important to note that all 47 Democratic senators voted against advancing that package, as well as 7 Republican senators. The murder of Alex Preddy had enormous effect on both sides of the aisle. Meanwhile, the administration has sent border czar Tom Homan to soften the rhetoric coming out of Minnesota in an effort to probably negotiate in the Senate that, we'll be good from now on. Bullshit. Senator Schumer negotiated with John Thune to separate the package into 2 parts. 5 appropriation bills that would pass most of those projects for a full year through September, and a separate temporary 2-week stopgap measure specifically for DHS that would allow for negotiations during that time frame. That would keep DHS funded through February 13th, which would allow more time for negotiations. Once passed, the bill goes back to the House of Representatives, who won't be back in session until February 4th. We'll have a small shutdown until they get back. But Chuck Schumer and the Democrats did not cave.